What's going on from your perspective? And you alluded to this a little bit in your opening remarks around systems and the systemic approach to analysis and understanding. So I'd be curious what your thoughts are on this. And maybe let's start with transparency in healthcare. What does that look like? And we can kind of go in and out of these topics as you feel comfortable.
Thank you. Transparency is sort of interesting because there's an increasing body of literature that's building up around medical mistrust.
Interesting.
So, and that's not directly related to how I will respond to your systems question, but I think it's critical because it's not just in the United States; it's globally too, and it's been a particular problem during COVID
Yeah.
because if you don't trust the very people who are holding the vaccine to be able to take care of your health and wellness, then we are all in a lot of trouble. In the United States, we have an interesting situation because we are beyond reach the most expensive healthcare system in the world. For example, I think you know, several years ago, I had the opportunity to go to Cuba and take a look at their system.
Mhm.
We were very interested in how they were using integrative healthcare down there, which is sort of funny in looking back on it because they don't have integrative healthcare; they just have healthcare. It's like when I used to talk to my father about organic gardening, he just did gardening.
That's right. That's a great point.
So in Cuba, they have roughly the same outcomes that we do in terms of life expectancy, in terms of chronic illness, but their cost per individual is less than one tenth of our cost. And yet we still have in this,
That's fair.
it is staggering, and still in this country, we have millions of people who are not only, the big problem is not that they are not insured, but they are underinsured, that they are one cataclysmic illness away from being in bankruptcy and or being homeless. And then we have this other whole problem. So I will not miss the opportunity to pitch the idea of the social determinants of health and how important that is to the way we in the Department of Mind Body Medicine curriculum look at health and wellness. That it is not simply one thing, it's not the service that you get. However, back to your question about our healthcare system in the States, we have one of the most complicated complex systems that you can find anywhere. And if you take apart all of the stakeholders, including the lobbyists, including the pharmaceutical companies, including the regulatory bodies, there are so many people and bodies that are involved that don't have to do with delivering healthcare, that they have to do with ensuring healthcare or not ensuring healthcare or tracking who insures healthcare or we can go on and on with all of the stakeholders that are involved here in the United States. So the alternative is very simple, but it's not necessarily very popular, and that is to nationalize healthcare and to eliminate all of the bodies that don't have to do with delivering and researching providing healthcare.
Wow, Luann.